Hey, Faith family. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Faith family.
Here we
Keep looking
go.
down
Here we go.
already.
Here we go. Oh
Thank
my
you so much for
goodness.
joining us this week
Yes,
for Ruby
thank you.
Conversations. We appreciate it. We love you. Thank you for being here. So come on in the room. Let's talk. Right.
Right.
So hey, sister.
Hey, sister.
So I wanted to start out with talking about, just what's been going on in our personal weeks. And I know
That's truly what the Rudy conversation is about.
right,
You know,
right, because it's an everyday walk with God.
it's a journey, the faith walk.
Right, and He's always like teaching us new things and showing us new things, revelations and things like that. So it's
Yeah.
always good to just stay in His presence and just get new information.
This
because
key to the entire relationship is actually being in conversation, staying in connection, staying in His presence.
right,
It's really what it's all about. This faith walk.
most definitely. So like I didn't make it to church. Okay, and it was not my intention.
Oh wow.
And it's funny because I just made a post today about not being in church, and I had not been in church for like years. Like literally, it was more than 10 years that because I just stopped going to church. Like, because our old church that was our home church, Mama stopped going, and I was still going, but obviously I was going for the wrong reasons, right? But when I stopped going because I was going for a guy, okay, and so when that relationship was over, I stopped going.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going for the right reason in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's been like 10 years. And I know God and I knew God and I would go to church here and there, but I just wasn't consistently feeding my spirit.
Yeah.
And I also wasn't committed to living a life with God, right?
Yeah.
So I thank God that I'm back now. Okay. Yeah. And so just missing a Sunday, I was totally prepared to go. Had my clothes out, had took my bath, had everything ready, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it just wasn't meant for me to go today. And I didn't get upset, but, because I knew my intention was to go.
Yeah.
But I was like, dang, because they had communion.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, because I had prayed and asked God to cleanse me so that I could be ready for communion, but it just didn't happen like this. So.
And so the crazy on the flop side of it, right?
Yeah.
Most times I'll like maybe use a crutch to push me in a direction, you know what I'm saying, to go. And so with you not going, and then the enemy, when I woke up this morning, I think like the first thing he was like is you're not going. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the initial thing. My crutch is already, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of shaky because I text you and woo, and so I didn't get a response. And so I'm like, man. And then he hit me with the mother this morning, and I knew that was a direct hit because I was like, oh, if you pushing this hard, I gotta go because I know what you're doing. Right. So that's what I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get up. I I literally fell in the bed when he hit me with the mother load this morning. And I'm just like, are you serious? Oh, I know you don't want me to go now. So it don't matter if I'm late. It don't matter if whatever comes to, you know what I'm saying, come into play at this point, I'm pressing on anyway. Right. And so for me to go and receive such a powerful word as I did today, it just let me know that you got to choose God. Yeah. And in that moment, I chose Him. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so much of a struggle to get out the bed. I had every reason to like lay back down and just wallow in my misery. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I chose to get up and go anyway, in spite of. And that was very powerful. And you know what? It's always easier to choose not to go with God. Like that's why the road is narrow, because it's always easier to not do the righteous thing. Yeah, because you're always thinking, oh, well, God understands. We always want to throw that over our shoulder. Oh, God know my heart. Yeah, He know your heart, but when your actions and your heart don't add up, you sending mixed signals, you sending lukewarm to me. Oh, I like the way you put that. You giving me kind of lukewarm vibes. Right. Is it me or is it not me? You know what I'm saying? God don't want you just to be on board with Him when the times are good. He wants you to be. It's a choice. Right. That's why He gave us free will. Right. To choose Him. Right. Because who wants force love from somebody that never? You know what I'm saying? Right. They can't really choose. Like they don't really want to be with you. They just with you because they have to be with you. Like this. Who wants it? Nobody wants it. So, but I'm glad I was able to follow along with communion and everything, and I did it at home. And so, and you didn't let you get you down. No, because I was like, well, tune in. You know what I'm saying? Like here, because the word my Bible was because you was like you was reading your Bible. I'm like, tune in because this word that he
No,
giving.
he be hitting every week though.
I need
Holy
you.
Spirit has been showing up.
I need you to get it. Like I need it because we need to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I love when we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And so because things just flow so much more easier. Yeah. So that was a really nice service. Yeah. I'm so glad that you got
and
to get it.
It was on point actually with what we have been already talking about. We always like within the wavelength. You know, like we always in the team universal sound, right? Our spirit is always in the team meeting.
Yes, because we both want to be there. We both like this. Like, yeah, let's get it. Right?
Yeah. But so this week, my revelation was I was listening to Prophet, the late Prophet, John Paul Jackson. Yeah. And he had a sermon or teaching on authority and power and the difference between authority and power, because people seem to get it mixed up and they don't have a really clear understanding of what power is versus what authority is. Yeah. But what I learned from it was that authority isn't loud. And I think a lot of religious people get that wrong, where people that have a religious spirit, they assume that, you know, they have to yell at the enemy. You know, there's nothing wrong with yelling if that's just how passionate you get. Yeah. But it's not necessary, because authority doesn't have to be loud. No. You know? And so just like he gave the demonstration, like when you're in the courtroom and the judge says, have a seat, you know, everybody, you know. You're going to respect, you walk past the judge any place. You walk past the judge and they say something to you, you automatically going, you know what I'm saying, stiffen and get in line. Right. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to be changing it to be direct, closer to the router. Right, because this has never happened, but that's very interesting. Yeah, this just makes the Holy Spirit is in here. I know. He is in here. Come on out of there. Come on out of there. That never, ever happened. We can't change locations now. We're in the conversation. I don't even know if it's still recording us. That's the thing. If we're still live. Did it stop? Okay, so there's someone live. If you can hear us, please let us know in the comments that you can still hear us or see us or whatever. Please. I don't know what's going on right now. But anyway, I don't even want to go on if it's not going to get it. I will be content in every circumstance. Just a moment. Technical difficulty. Okay. So it's just frozen. The screen's frozen on our end. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. It hasn't unfroze yet. So it's now on this black screen. We were just about to bite his head. Oh, you gonna get up out of here.